to the 5th My Little Pony mystery. Are all humans nasty? We hope that you enjoy this tape, but please remember, do not listen to this tape within 5 hours of bedtime, or otherwise you might have a very bad nightmare. We do hope you enjoy this tape, but if it is within that time, just turn off the tape now and listen to it tomorrow morning, because the Black Pony might come to capture you if you don't listen to our warning. Do not listen to this within 5 hours of bedtime.
A horny mystery lays ahead. It will be something in the end. So welcome to an ugly mystery. Meet your favorite pony friends. Cucumber cakes have been destroyed. Broken celery tots we got manned. So who did it? It is a ugly mystery. But you'll solve it for all my friends. A human was seen trying to destroy our rainbow. Only a land could have come to an end. Are humans nasty? Oh, no way! You could destroy one of our best friends! Are humans nasty? No, not all. But some nasty ones could be round the bend. So welcome to an alibi mystery. You know your pony friends. Join all of the pony's friends.
My Little Pony mystery number 5. Are all humans nasty? It was May the 6th, 2005, and some of the little ponies and 2 little guinea pigs named Twinkle and Dodge were enjoying themselves on the beach at Paradise Land. The ponies were busy building sandcastles and playing in the sea. And Dodge and Twinkle, the 2 little guinea pigs, were having a picnic of cucumber cakes and celery tarts. They also had apple biscuits, broccoli pies, tomato juice, pear soup, and several other things which only guinea pigs would wish to eat.
What do you think those large helpers are?
Said Twinkle, munching on a celery tart.
No, they are two helpers that we didn't find out the names of. Emma O'Hara and Sam. I don't know,
replied Dodge, who had his mouth full of broccoli pie.
I would guess that there's something. Well, Emma O'Hara is probably something to do with that building company that Desiree said you should park outside her house at 3 o'clock in the morning and keep you and the family awake. Yes, I suppose you could be right there, said
Twinkle, finishing off his celery tart.
Why aren't you eating your cucumber cake, Dodge?
He said, swallowing down the last piece.
I am saving it till last, because it is my favorite,
said Dodge between 2 mouthfuls of broccoli pie.
When we are getting towards the end of the picnic, we can share out the cucumber cakes. Oh, that is a splendid idea,
said Twinkle, taking another bite of his celery tart.
Unfortunately, I can't wait until the end of the picnic to eat my celery tarts. going to just finish off this last few and... But wait a minute. If I'm sharing my cucumber cake with you, why aren't you sharing your celery tarts with me? I am, Dodge. That is why there's so few left. There are some aside for you. Right here.
Twinkle pointed to a plate which had 4 celery tarts on it.
Right,
said Dodge.
Well then, you can have 4 of my small cucumber cakes. The smallest size, obviously. The size of a celery tart. I think that's fair, isn't it?
Yes, that sounds a splendid idea, I think,
said Twinkle. He began to squeak, wondering if his owner was about to give him some more food. Because suddenly he heard his owner's voice from the other end of the beach, calling out,
Twinkle, come and have a look at what I found over here. Oh, I think we had better go,
said Twinkle.
We had better go and find out what they want.
Nobody ever called me.
Oh, and Dodge, you had better come over here as well,
said Truly.
Oh, that means I gotta leave the cucumber cakes behind. And I said that once I did another broccoli pie, I could eat my cucumber cakes.
Well, we can eat them when we get back,
said Twinkle.
I'm sure whatever it is that they're looking at won't take long.
Well, it better not, 'cause I want my cucumber cake.
And so the 2 guinea pigs ran across the beach, with sand flying up behind them. When they arrived by their owners' sides, they found that Truly, Lancelofty and Pinkie Pie were staring at a huge rock which was laying by a cave. On the rock was an arrow pointing deep into the cave. And so the 4 ponies and the 2 guinea pigs stepped inside. They walked through a dark tunnel, and then they saw a light. A light in a cave. But there was nobody but them in the cave. Or was there? But then they walked through into a room. All the walls and the ceiling had been painted, and right in the middle of the room was a table, an old-looking wooden table. Some people had scratched their initials into it, but there were dots between the 2 initials, which were obviously the initials of each person's first name and surname.
MCEGAVSD JVRLRWMA HSMABADC LCKCFC JD ODAAKD SM MO and SL. What could these initials be?
The ponies stared at it for a moment. Wait a minute. I think I know what these initials are. Lancer looked in the book, which him and his pet guinea pig always carried with them. The book that they'd written lots of things about the black pony in, including all of the names of all of the helpers that they knew. And yes, These were the initials of all of the helpers.
So why are they written on a table in the middle of a cave?
Wait a moment, said Lofty.
Don't I remember something in the history of Ponyland? That book that landed in your swimming pool. Something about somebody called CLM who wrote the book seeing somebody in a cave by a table, and there was a photograph of a bald man holding a paintbrush, dripping black paint. That was this cave. I seem to remember that. Yes, I think that you are right there,
said Twinkle.
but why would anybody... Wait a moment, look over there.
And there were all tins of paint in the corner. Black paint.
Hey, this is the paint that they always fill our bowls and put on our plates, mixed with food. The highly toxic paint that you must not get in your mouth,
said Dodge, remembering what the label on the paint had said. There were also some photographs on the table, but nobody quite knew what they were, because they were very blurred. Somebody had also been doing some drawings, and included in those drawings were pictures of skateboards with stars on them, coloured blue and red. There were some shells, an Easter egg, a rugby ball, some stars, a spinning top, a piece of rope, a picture of an ice cream, a butterfly, a heart, another star with a smaller star inside, a rosette, a symbol showing a crescent moon and stars, lots of little tiny bouncing balls bouncing along, a little truck, a red hat with a flower on the front. This hat the ponies could see on top of the bookcase behind them, and another ice cream, slightly different to the first. What could this mean? They wondered. Then they saw the photograph that Lofty had been talking about in the book. The bald man sitting up to the table, holding a paintbrush dripping black paint, with a grin on his face, as though he'd just done something wonderful. The ponies didn't want to spend any more time in here, and rushed out of the cave. Dodge and Twinkle began to slowly walk back to their picnic. When they got back to the picnic, they turned around once more to look at the cave, and saw something that they hadn't been able to see when they had been close up. There were two sentences carved onto the cave, either side of the doorway. Down the left side it said, "One day all our nightmares will wash away," and it was signed CLM. Then, down the other side, it said, "One day all of your dreams will be painted away." MC were the initials under this sentence. Dodge and Twinkle quickly turned round to tell their owners who they thought were behind them. In fact, their owners were still back by the cave, looking at the arrow in the rock and wondering who had carved it. But when the guinea pigs turned round, they got a terrible shock. Their picnic basket was gone, with all of the cucumber cakes and celery tarts inside it, or so they thought. But it got even worse than that. A small pile of paper plates were in the middle of their tablecloth. They moved these out of the way by nudging them with their noses, and found all of the cucumber cakes and celery tarts underneath. It had taken hours for their owners to make them for them, and now all of them lay broken into small pieces. Sparkle began to squeak in a very upset way. "What are we going to do, Dodge?" he said. "Somebody has broken them all. We can't eat them now. They've all got covered in sand anyway. Somebody's put sand over the top of them. I don't want to eat sand." "Neither do I. What are we going to do? Somebody has broken our cucumber cakes and celery tarts." "I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get revenge on those humans. Because I bet it was humans who did it. No pony would be this mean." They quickly went and told their owners what had happened. And their owners said perhaps it was time that they went back to Dodge's owner's house and discussed what had happened that day. They would have to make more notes in their book anyway. So that's what they did. Twinkle and Dodge got their owners to agree to make them some more cucumber cakes and celery tarts. But that still didn't solve the mystery of who had broken the last ones. When they got back home, they decided that they would discuss what had happened earlier for the rest of that day. But if they had not come up with any ideas by the end of the day, they would have to go and see Desiree tomorrow, and only hoped that their human friend could help them. But it was not until Tuesday the 10th of May at 20 to 9 in the evening that Truly, Lancelofty, Pinkie Pie, Twinkle and Dodge made their way slowly down the rainbow to Desiree's house. They banged on her back door, and she soon came and let them in. "You don't want to spend too much time out there," she said. "We saw a rat out there the other day." "Oh no, not a rat. I don't like rats," said Dodge. They will come and steal all of our food." "And more to the point, Dodge, just in case you had forgotten," said Twinkle, "rats are also friends of the Black Pony of Darkness, and all of the other Black Ponies, and, of course, all of those horrible, horrible human helpers. They might come up with a terrible idea to capture us all. In fact, perhaps that rat that Desiree saw a few days ago, perhaps it's just gone up the rainbow and we came down now. Perhaps it has become another Black Pony helper." "Oh, I doubt it, Twinkle," said Desiree, "but I wouldn't stay out there. I don't really like this rat." "Then I suppose You won't be able to come back to Ponyland with us if you're not coming out into the garden. Oh, I'm sure I could walk down the garden and up the rainbow, but I just don't want anybody spending too much time out there. Anyway, why was it that you came to see me? The ponies and guinea pigs were quickly reminded of what they had come to see Desiree about, and soon they had told her the whole story of what had happened on the beach.
So, do you know what any of that could have meant?
Asked Lofty. No, I'm afraid I don't, said Desiree. Would you like me to come with you and take a look at it? This cave, I mean.
Oh, not particularly tonight. Anyway, we have to work out when the tide comes in and goes out, because we don't want to be swept away. Just like I remember a picnic of cucumber cakes being swept away in the sea a while ago now, because, well, we left it there. I can't remember where we went, but when we came back the tide had come in, and all of our cucumber cakes were lost. So we'll have to work out when the tide is in and when it's out.
That is a splendid idea, Dodge,
said Twinkle, and then turning to his owner,
when do you think the best time for us to go down to the beach would be?
Well, probably about 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Do you think that you could come up about 12:30? If you come up at 12:30, we can get down to the beach by around 1 o'clock. That way we can
Get into the cave
And find out more about those nasty black ponies and all of their nasty come and help us.
Oh yes, of course I'll come, said Desiree. I'll make sure I'm there on time. And so the ponies and guinea pigs trotted down the garden and back up the rainbow before it was properly dark. Because then the rats couldn't attack them. What they hadn't noticed was that while they had been speaking to Desiree, 4 little creatures had run up the rainbow. 4 little creatures with long pink tails. The ponies and guinea pigs waited all day for Desiree, but it was only at 7:10 that evening that she finally arrived.
But where have you been?
Said Twinkle as Desiree came running up.
We have been waiting all day, and you have ruined our splendid idea.
I do apologize, said Desiree, but I was unable to come. I had forgotten. Today I had to go to the dentist, and that meant that I couldn't have been here at 1 o'clock because we were busy at that time.
Oh, well, I suppose that has to happen occasionally. So, will you be here tomorrow at 1 p.m.?
Asked Dodge. Oh, of course, said Desiree, and I promise you, this time I won't let you down.
Good. Then tomorrow at 1 p.m. we will find out the secrets about the Black Pony and his helpers. Well, I hope we will anyway.
Desiree returned to Ponyland at noon the following day, but the ponies informed her that it would not be wise to go down to the beach until around 7 p.m. So all day they discussed what they already knew about the Black Pony, hoping to find out some answers. But by 7 o'clock, when they slowly made their way down to the beach, they knew no more than they had known 7 hours earlier. Jackie Alder had come with Desiree, and together they walked down to the beach with the ponies, and Sparkle and Splotch, who had also come up the rainbow, and their twin brothers, Twinkle and Dodge. They walked into the cave, and the ponies showed them what they had found a few days earlier. Do you think this is the cave that was mentioned in Mary Clopton's diary? You know, the one we found in that tree house.
Yes, I suppose you could be right there,
said Dodge.
That is a splendid idea, Desiree. We were wondering if perhaps this is the cave that's in that photograph of the strange bald man. You know, the stupid-looking one who held the paintbrush dripping black paint. You know, he was in a cave, wasn't he? Leaning on a wooden table and holding something out of the photograph, and we didn't know what it was, but we thought that it must be something very scary,
said Twinkle.
Otherwise he wouldn't have been holding it out of the photograph, and...
Calm down, Twinkle, said Desiree, looking at the little ginger-haired guinea pig. Yes, I do think that's that cave. I think you're right. I mean, look at all those tins of black paint, and the paintbrushes. Wait a minute. Look, said Desiree, pointing to a particular paintbrush with a red handle. I think that's the paintbrush that was in that photograph.
Yes, I think you could be right there, Desiree,
said Truly, taking a closer look at the paintbrush.
And look, it's got 2 little initials written on it in gold. I can't quite read them. JD,
said Lofty.
It says JD.
But aren't they 2 of the initials carved onto the table? Yes, and we worked out that the initials carved into the table are the initials of the Blackpoolness helpers' names. Surely that means that JD is one of the Blackpoolness helpers.
Well, let me just have a look in your book a moment, and I will tell you who it is,
Dodge said, turning one page at a time.
Ah, here it is. JD. It could be helper number 5, John Dunnington. John Dunnington. But wouldn't you have recognized John Dunnington, Desiree, in that photograph?
Asked Twinkle. I don't know, 'cause if you remember, he was wearing dark glasses, and we'll have to have another look at the photograph when we get back. But first of all, let's just have a look around here and see if there are any more clues. They looked in all of the cupboards, but all of the cupboards were empty. Then they went to the very last cupboard, on the far wall from the exit. But it was locked. Desiree desperately rattled the door, wondering what could be inside a locked cupboard. But she could not open the door, although a small piece of paper that was in between the door and the cupboard did fall down in front of her. It was a photograph. The photograph Desiree recognized from a long time ago, but she didn't know quite where. It showed 4 pink ponies and a pig. All 4 ponies had rainbow-coloured hair, but their symbols were hidden. Then she remembered where she'd seen it. Almost 3 years ago, she had gone to the Black Pony's castle to save some captured My Little Ponies, and she had found a photograph album that belonged to the Black Pony of Darkness, and this photograph had been inside the photograph album. She hadn't had much time to look at the album at the time, because just then the Black Pony had walked down the hall towards her, and so she had had to hide. So now she shoved the photograph in her pocket, because Truly was calling to her, and the ponies and guinea pigs and Jackie were leaving the cave. She ran after them, and soon they were running across the sand, back to the swimming pool where Dodge liked to go swimming. The swimming pool that the book The History of Ponyland had landed in. Truly and Lancer went to get the book, while the others sat round the pool. Jackie and Desiree sat on a bench which was in front of a hedge, when just behind them they heard rustling noises.
What's that sound?
Asked Lofty as she walked past. I don't know, said Desiree, and then she turned round and saw a pile of leaves by the hedge, and a pink nose sticking up out of it, and then a long nose, and 2 black eyes came out, with 2 little ears.
It's a rat!
Cried Desiree.
A rat? A rat? What are we going to do? It will be after my cooker cake,
said Dodge, hurrying to swim back to the edge of the swimming pool. Twinkle, Dodge, Sparkle and Splodge jumped up onto Lofty's back, Dodge shaking himself, having just been in the water. No, there are 6 of them, said Desiree.
We must get back to the house, quickly.
And soon they were back at the house, but not before they had heard what the speaking rats had said. They had come for the book. But soon Desiree said that she had to go home, but she would be back tomorrow to help the ponies against the black ponies and their helpers, and the rats. It was not until 9:30 the following night that Desiree and Jackie, together with Sparkle and Splodge, got a chance to go back up the rainbow to Ponyland. They went up the rainbow that led to Paradise Land, and were soon standing outside Dodge's hutch. Desiree saw that Dodge was not at home, and so they knocked on the door of his owner's house, hoping that maybe they would find him and his owner inside, which they did. And soon they were looking at the photograph which was in the History of Ponyland book. Desiree also handed the ponies the photograph which she had found in the cave of the Pink Pony family. They stuck the photograph into their book on a spare page, and then Desiree had a closer look at the picture which they thought had been taken in the cave. Yes, she said, I think this certainly is the cave, and this man is definitely John. I don't know why I didn't recognize him before, really.
Well, it's probably because he was wearing those dark glasses.
Yes, but I should have recognized him anyway. But I should recognize him in future now that I know that he is a black pony helper.
I wonder what the black ponies and their helpers are doing now?
said Dodge.
I don't know, Dodge, but I certainly hope that they're not going to come here and steal our celery tarts.
Desiree suddenly realized that one of her pony friends was nowhere to be seen. Where is Truly? She asked.
Truly went to Paradise Estate. We remembered that, well, earlier this morning, she saw some strange creatures running past,
said Lofty.
And, well, we wondered if they were those rats that we saw yesterday. She managed to get a photo of them, but she forgot to bring it. We think that they're rats, but they're quite a way away, and we wanted to know your opinion. But she should be back any minute,
said Pinkie Pie. Just then, Truly raced into the room. Immediately they knew that something was wrong.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
said Twinkle, looking at his owner.
Oh, I've got some terrible news for y'all. What is it? What is it?
said Dodge, repeating what Twinkle had said moments before.
Come on then, what is it that you've seen? As I ran past the rainbow, I saw a human, and they had something in their hand, a saw or something, and they were trying to cut the rainbow. They ran off when they saw me approach, but I think it was Mary Cluckton. Oh no, what are we going to do?
said Dodge.
They will steal my cucumber cake.
Do you ever worry about anything but cucumber cake? Desiree's right, you know, Dodge. This could have been serious.
Yes, Desiree might not have got back down the rainbow, back to her own home. She may have been stranded here until they built another rainbow, and even then an evil human might have come along and cut it. And somebody still could. And then, how will I get back to my lovely little arch? After all, I think there's still some cucumber in the fridge at home. I don't want it to be wasted.
No, of course we don't, said Sparkle.
We really must get back down the rainbow, otherwise all of the cucumber will be destroyed. And of course the celery. Oh, Desiree, we must go home now.
Yes, but how are we ever going to solve this mystery if I keep going home? Well, it's better that you and the guinea pigs, and you as well, Jackie, are safely back home if somebody's going to do something to the rainbow. And then if the rainbow is still there tomorrow, you can come back up. But what if it isn't? Then I'm afraid y'all just have to wait. We'll build another rainbow, just like we did before, when the Black Pony of Darkness destroyed the whole of Ponyland, said Truly. But, well, I should hope it'll still be here tomorrow. I think I gave her quite a fright. At this time of night, she wasn't expecting anybody to walk past.
So, you had better get back home, Desiree,
said Twinkle.
And then
tomorrow I can come back.
Oh yes, that is a splendid idea, I think,
said Twinkle.
So, goodbye, Desiree.
And all of the ponies shouted goodbye, knowing that if the rainbow wasn't there tomorrow, this could be the last time they'd see their friends, Desiree, Jackie, Sparkle and Splodge for a very long time. Desiree walked down her garden path with her 2 guinea pigs, Sparkle and Splodge, at 6:25 the following day. Her mother didn't come with them, since it was Desiree's birthday the following day, and her mother was busy wrapping up her birthday presents. Dodge had also remembered that it was Desiree's birthday the following day. Not really because he was thinking about Desiree, but he remembered that it was her birthday because his owner also celebrated his birthday on 15th of May. But Dodge wasn't even thinking about his owner. He was remembering the year before, when he, Twinkle, Truly and Lofty had planned a surprise birthday party. And there had been a big cucumber cake and lots of celery tarts for him and Twinkle to share with their brothers Sparkle and Splodge. Sadly, they had not been able to enjoy the party because they had known that, well, at that stage, the Black Pony of Darkness had been defeated, meaning that the rainbow would fold up at the end of the party when Desiree went back down it, and they hadn't known whether they would ever see their friends, Desiree, Sparkle and Splodge, again. But this year, they would be able to enjoy a proper birthday party, wouldn't they? Or would some strange human destroy the rainbow so that Desiree could never return to her own home? Anyway, Dodge had told Truly, Lofty and Twinkle that how he had remembered that it was his owner's and Desiree's birthday the following day, and they were planning another surprise birthday party. But they had already decided that to make it more of a surprise, they would pretend that they hadn't remembered the birthdays, and would have the party on the 16th of May, the day after their birthdays. Also, they hoped that if the Black Ponies, or their helpers, or even those horrible rats, had noted down when the birthday party had taken place the year before and had something nasty planned, like capturing a lot of My Little Ponies who had gone to the birthday party, they would be taken by surprise when no party took place on the 15th and would not know to capture any little ponies on the 16th. This was quite lucky, since Desiree told them, when she got up the rainbow, that she would not be able to make it the following day, since she was hoping to go out for her birthday. Luckily, she didn't say why she couldn't come the next day, meaning that Truly and Lofty could still make out that they had not remembered the birthdays. "You know," said Desiree, "Splodge was just telling me that... Do you remember the box that you originally sent to me and that I used to come to Ponyland in?"
"Oh yes, of course we remember, Desiree,"
said Twinkle. "Well, Splodge was just telling me that quite a while ago, before it got folded into that rainbow, when the rainbow folded up, almost a year ago now, well, he says that once, for some strange reason, he managed to put one of my plastic My Little Ponies in the box, and he turned the key just to see what would happen, and it came to life. He says he spoke to the pony, Love Story, and she said that her and the rest of my Little Ponies would be happy to help you. But I don't know what happened to that box. Do you know where it went?" No, I'm sorry, but anything that gets folded up into a rainbow is lost forever. It can never be traced. So, I'll never see that box again.
Well, we may be able to find it, but it would probably take a very long time, because we don't know where anything that gets folded into a rainbow goes. It must go somewhere, though, and we think that may have something to do with the black ponies as well,
said Lofty. Well, are there any more of those boxes in existence? Asked Desiree.
Well, I'm afraid to say,
said Dodge, before his owner could say anything.
That, well, we only know of one more in existence, so you would have to be very careful with it.
Oh, I would be, said Desiree. I only want to use it to help you. Will the little ponies let her use the box? Will it help them fight the black pony? You'll have to find out on Side B of the 5th tape in the My Little Pony Mystery Series.